Welcome back. While the second presidential summit on gender-based violence and femicide is another talk shop, non-profit organizations fighting against the scourge of GBV say the summit failed to address real issues. Chief among them, the lack of government funding. Some Western Cape non-profit organizations say a recent letter about budget cuts has them in a panic. Nobesutu Hejana has got the details for us.
We are panicking because we cannot increase our services. We don't know whether we'll be able to maintain our services beyond 2023 and 2024.
Children's advocacy organization Molo Songololo says it received this letter from the Western Cape Social Development Department's Directorate for Children and Families. It details budget cuts for the next financial year, which has thrown its future into uncertainty. It's a heavy blow to those who rely on its services. The organization's director, Patrick Solomon, says they've managed to juggle budget cuts previously, but this time is worsened by the impact of COVID-19 that left them in dire financial straits.
We will see cases in the court being thrown out because investigations are problematic. So it will basically the impact of these budget cuts, and we've seen a number of cuts over these last couple of years, it will just further exacerbate the problems that we are dealing with.
At the Safe House, the situation looks equally grim. The lack of funding could very well see this facility close its doors for good.
Our funding is so dire that if we don't get more funding by the end of the month, we will have to close our doors. As we spoke earlier, another shelter has already closed, and in the Western Cape Women's Shelter Movement, there are another 3 that are literally going to close within the next 2 months. So when the first summit came along, the President promised 1.6 billion rand. On the ground, we've never seen that.
In response, the province's Social Development Department says that, like other government bodies, it's trying to recover from the pandemic.
Organizations are battling to stay afloat as they simply cannot keep up with running costs, which are compounded by a rapid increase in the need for these services. Minister Fernandez is also concerned about other knock-on effects in our communities, the increase in poverty and widening social inequality. It's a vicious cycle which places a greater burden on our NPOs. We will continue to support as best we can with the limited available funding and focus on public-private partnerships to alleviate the pressure.
It's not clear how much budget cuts will amount to. The department's budget will only be finalized in February next year. NPOs are hoping they'll still be around by then. Nobesutu Hejana, Cape Town.